going live in 3, 2, 1. All right, what is going on, guys? It is Adam, aka Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. We actually have really, really alarming stuff. You guys know that I have covered certain things for probably 7 or 8 years, and that I have some side theories about what is going on regarding China. And we're going to show you that video here in just a minute. And this video even shocked me. Like, when I first see the first frame of it, which is this, you think, oh, I know exactly what's that about. Just wait until you see it. You're going to go, holy crap. It's honestly, like, it blew my mind. I don't know why I didn't think of what they did with these before, but again, I'll show you that here in a minute. But first off, there is going to be a lunar eclipse, and this lunar eclipse is actually going to be at it says, I believe, 11:30 tonight. So I'll show you this. This is a total lunar eclipse. America's to witness a rare blood moon total lunar eclipse. Stargazers in the North and South America will be able to view a red-colored blood moon starting Thursday night in the first lunar eclipse visible on the continents since 2022. The celestial event, observable with the naked eye, will have more than an hour of totality and can additionally be seen in parts of Western Europe and Africa as well as New Zealand. So it is quite a trip when, huge chunks of the world can see something like this. Now, we'll just put aside the fact that a lot of people believe that these blood moons have a lot of significance with just human beings in general and any kind of prophecy that could align with this. There's a lot going on, and it's crazy that on a day like this, later on Marfoogle TV and even today with this new video, all this crazy stuff is happening. It's like a week of kind of like, oh, whoa, that's crazy. And then all of a sudden, it's like today there's tons of war updates. There's tons of ultimatums, surrender or perish kind of thing. I mean, like, it's getting nuts. So in the next hour and a half, not only on this short, but on the next video, we're going to talk about a lot. So stick around, buckle up, as my good friend Jacob would say. Before we move on, I want to remind you guys, make sure to go check out Jace. If the lights ever go out or if there's a cyber attack that affects our pharmacies/ERs, then this is a really, really great thing to have on hand. Again, you can do a really quick appointment with a board-certified doctor. This is why it allows you to do things like this and get yourself a kit with all of the most commonly prescribed antibiotics. Again, you can get a Jace case. Not only will it have all of the different types of antibiotics, but you can also, while you're on the line with the doctor, you can actually go, hey, I need an emergency inhaler. I need some albuterol. I need this. I need that. And then they can throw that in there. There's lots of different add-ons that you can put in there. Just go check out all of the available add-ons. Go to marfooglenews.com/Jace. And again, it is a very easy thing to do. And then that way you're going to have medicine in any kind of emergency. It doesn't have to be the end of the world. It doesn't have to be a disaster movie. It could be something where you just need antibiotics on hand. So again, go check it out, marfooglenews.com/Jace. You'll get a discount with code MARF, and you'll help our channel out at the same time. As you guys know, I told you guys last night I did a dentist appointment today, so I am I was hoping to get on a little bit earlier. I was saying like 6:30. It didn't happen. So thank you guys for being patient. Speaking of crazy, this is nuts. There was green flames. Let's bring in my co-host/internet brother, Dex James. What is going on? How are you doing today?
Well, hello, Adam, and hello, Foogle fam. I'm doing just fine.
So some funny responses here, but some side theories about what the heck's going on here. Dex, Texas Tech University closes Lubbock campus after these crazy fires.
Yeah, some sort of underground fire. It was in multiple locations, multiple fires happening all around. They had to close the campus down, and fires were shooting out of the manhole covers, as you can see in this picture. And I think there's some other video down below as well.
Yeah, so there's people driving by, lots of craziness going on here. Huge piles of smoke coming out, evacuated, of course. You had fires coming out of the side of the streets. Now, some people, of course, in this same area, they were saying that there were underground explosions last year. And a lot of people in that same area supposedly reported that there were, these big booms. And I was just thinking, man, the whole angle of, are they digging underground tunnels or, boring company or something like that? And did they hit something? I don't know. It's probably just a gas leak, but the green colored flames are pretty insane. One of the first comments, was kind of funny here, said, "Oh, don't worry, they just colored the flames green for St. Paddy's Day. Gonna be some kick-ass turtles around there in about 13 years." Let's see here. And then some people were asking Grok what conditions were causing explosions with green flames. I'm curious what that's put out. The green flames in a fire are typically produced by the presence of certain chemicals, namely barium nitrate, copper, and boric acid. Is there a leak in a lab? Huh. And again, we'll end up updating you. I'm sure that they're going to come out with a kind of an official statement there pretty soon. I'm sure they have an official guess, but this is the craziest part. So let me pause this right here. This is absolutely nuts. So we have covered this since the beginning. I told you guys about this a very long time ago, that they had these plans to add very, very specialized kind of docks or these ramps at the front of ships. And the front of these ships, again, are not just regular ships. They are cruise ships. They are ferry boats. They are every kind of boat. By law, China said that if you are making a large ship, you have to add this in for basically requirements to have the weight to be able to withstand, to hold tanks, and to be able to go 160 feet or something like that to be able to drop down. So all of these ships have this ability. All of the big ships, all of the civilian ferries have these special ramps. And I told you back then, I said, this is absolutely for a wartime bearing. I mean, there's no secret about it. Everybody knows that this is for invasion purposes. And what they're kind of putting it as is, oh, yeah, this is, it's just an in-case type of thing, and to have the ability to be able to do this. Well, check this out. They daisy chain them. Watch this. So this is absolutely insane. I really did not see this coming. So again, this is on the beach. They're saying that this leaked. It is daisy chained with 2 other boats. That way they can roll up with massive ships with tanks and then load them off onto 3 things like this. And they don't even have to get close to shore. They can drive all the way from out. I mean, you're talking 700, 800, 900, 1,000 feet out. I mean, that's more than that. That's got to be 2,000 feet out into the water and load up multiple ships. They could pull up, unload the ships, and keep just nonstop tanks going onto the beach. This is absolutely nuts. One shot here, right here. You can completely see this. I mean, look at that. Right here, you can see all 3 ships daisy chained. This, I had no idea. I mean, this is one ship after another, all with these same systems. And if you remember, if you watched this show, we showed you the initial diagrams, their blueprints, that they showed you this huge 160-foot tower that would basically support the weight for tanks off of civilian ferries. Then we showed you when they were adding it to civilian cruise ships. Now, as you can see, this is exactly what they're going to be used for. I mean, this is absolutely nuts. So again, what do you think this is going to be used for? So I would highly, highly recommend keeping your head on a swivel. Share this out with friends and family. And then, of course, we're going to give you a quick update on USAID. A court has been asked to intervene with the email that tells USAID workers to destroy classified documents. Again, this is confirming that that's not most definitely not a fake email. Dex, we said, like, why isn't a court intervening? Why isn't anybody intervening? And if they did, isn't it a little bit too late? They said an all-day thing. I guess has the all-day thing not happened yet?
Well, maybe we're hearing about the intervening now, and it happened as the email came out, and they intervened. So the judge did say he was going to have a hearing and asked them to, both sides to bring, to show up and brief him on it. So presumably they would stop. I don't know that he demanded that they stop, but once you start a court procedure you should preserve evidence. So, but the other interesting thing is the people that are doing this are the ones that are being let go. So they're coming at it, or at least the way the article is written, they're coming at it from the fact that all these people that were let go from USAID is trying to preserve the information because they think that the opposite side of them is the ones that are trying to destroy it. As opposed to the other way around, where others may think, well, USAID is trying to destroy the evidence and cover up what type of fraud and other types of things could have been happening there. So it's interesting when you see, because at the end of the day, the truth will come out if the data is preserved, or the truth can come out if the data is preserved. But if it's not, then it may not. Now, it may never come out because this is the government, so things always get twisted.
And what if there are things in there that if they do come out, they will cause riots in the streets? I mean, we don't know. We'll cover the rest of the news. And in fact, there's ultimatums: surrender or perish. Essentially, Putin is giving a deadline to Zelensky. You have, of course, Trump actually putting together some plans for Panama Canal. You've got several things that are going on. On our next show, we're going to talk about that. It is an urgent broadcast, so I highly, highly recommend joining tonight. If you're in the chat, all you have to do is sit there and you'll be ported over automatically. If you're watching the replay, all you have to do, if you're watching much later, is just click here. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.